Well, I think that we've lived in a high-stakes accountability model for a long time in the United States. There's multiple generations of kids who have been I think focused on only from the perspective of standardized testing. And what I think I've realized over time is that it's essential, if we want to get this right in education, to develop the whole child. So it means that, of course, academics are important. Of course, we want our kids to do well on standardized tests, which are often barriers for being able to get to the next phase in their learning. But at the same time, there needs to be an opportunity for kids to have experiential learning, and more importantly, we want them to have the psychosocial awareness and other supports that makes them a more balanced learner. I think that kids are very clear. The research says that they simply won't be as engaged in school if they don't have a caring adult who makes them excited about the future, who demonstrates care for them, and they need to be in learning environments where they believe that the school is willing to build on their strengths, which sometimes comes out of academics, but oftentimes comes out of other parts of who they are, what they've been kind of hardwired to be, and unpacking that and supporting them in being the little person that they are, so that they can get those kinds of supports around setting goals, overcoming obstacles, and developing healthy relationships only makes them stronger as a learner, which will make them stronger as an adult. Part of what it means to really have a significant lever in changing outcomes for kids, to me, is having the foundation built in whole child development. And I think that all of us, especially in urban education, now know that you will never end up where you want to see kids to be, or your school or your system to be, if you're only focused on driving test scores. It is not aspirational enough, it's not inspirational enough, it's not compelling enough to get people to work harder or for kids to deliver more in outcomes for themselves or for their school. So, so my call to action for people who are considering this work is that you need to get started in a way that helps you build the beginnings of a foundation. You can't do it all at once. You will have to grow it through your school system. You can pick, as I have in past experiences, we've looked at an entire vertical articulation, or we focused on areas where we were seeing some of the most challenging behavior, which was often in middle school. So there's a way to get started in the work, but I think that it's important that people understand that what the model has been over the last few generations has not been successful for all students. It is only going to work when we merge academics with experiential learning, with engagement, hope, and social emotional development. And when you put those three parts of the pie together, that's how you really get a whole child experience. And our evidence is clear. You'll see less discipline issues. You will see kids who are more developed as learners. You'll see young people developing and being better big people than we ever were. And I think that that if you really care about children, you want them to be smart, but you also want them to have the heart at being better people than we ever were. And I don't think that happens without embracing social emotional learning and academic development.